If being an attractive male is important to you, then you don't want to miss out on what I'm about to share with you because it's important and could drastically alter your life. Number 1. How many of you remember watching Disney movies where the only way to get a girl to really like you was to impress her? How many of you did everything you could to impress her only to discover that you wound up dating some loser who did nothing to impress her? You think, man, I just spent a week's worth of lunch money on this girl only to find out she didn't even like me. How many times have you been told that all you have to do to impress a girl is buy her some flowers, a cute card, a stuffed toy, and possibly some chocolates? What if, instead of doing that, you simply purchased a tub of protein powder? The truth is, you will get far more value from the protein powder than you will get from flowers, the chocolates, and the adorable stuffed toy. One of the most life-altering lessons I've ever learned about girls is that you should never pursue them excessively. Girls have, and they will always want, the guy who does not appear to be interested in them. Even as a guy, if a girl chased or pursued me obnoxiously, she would come across as creepy. When someone follows us too closely, our brain sends out little warning signals telling us to avoid that person or thing. The same thing happens with females. Men who are not desperate do not pursue women, and women are usually the ones who pursue them. When you hear a woman call a man a prick, you might assume that she dislikes him. But in reality, women only say they don't like the men they really like. Women are always attracted to guys who are uninterested in them because it is exactly this behavior that indicates that the man is valuable and has many other options. Girls will always desire what they are unable to obtain, so if you pursue them, they will flee. This was one of the first life-changing lessons I ever learned about girls. Number 2. We all know that girls seem to be the most attracted to men who aren't really interested in them. This is referred to as the jerk complex that many men have and appears to work amazingly well. But have you ever wondered why? Wouldn't it make far more sense for girls to pursue the guy who is most approachable or easiest to seduce? The real reason why girls go for jackasses is that girls prefer mates who have a higher status or value than themselves. And when a man acts like a jerk, he's really saying is that he has value. And girls love a man with value. Every girl has an idea of her own personal worth, and when she's looking for a man, she'll roughly calculate her own worth against what she thinks the man's worth is. And if the man's worth is calculated to be greater than her own, she is far more likely to be attracted to him. On the other hand, many of us will typically do the opposite, which is to look for friends or girls who have a slightly lower value than our own. So you may be wondering, what exactly is value? When it comes to mate selection, value is primarily about how self-assured you are, how macho you are, how fun you are, and secondary to that, how much money you can make, what your social status is, and so on and so forth. So the second life-changing thing I learned about girls is that girls prefer men who they perceive to be more valuable than themselves. And once you realize this, you'll realize that in order to attract higher value girls, you must first increase your overall value as a man. Number 3. Almost every girl on the planet has a built-in fairy tale in her head about an enchanting prince who comes and sweeps her off her feet, takes good care of her, and defends her. And being the prince that the girl seeks is something that is built into our programming or DNA as men. But now comes the interesting part. Girls want a man to protect them, but not one who caters to their every need and does everything they want him to do. One of the most life-changing things I've ever learned about girls is that they want a man to protect them, but not one who will worship them. And girls will constantly put you to the test to see if you will do everything they say and if you will put them above yourself. And they will lose interest if you start putting them on a pedestal. One of the characteristics that make a man ridiculously attractive is his distinct individuality or identity. And it is simply believing that his woman is an addition to his life rather than the center of it. It's as if you had one of those motorbikes with the cart attached to the side. Men who preserve their identity invite the woman to ride in the cart on the side with them, whereas unattracted men let the woman drive the motorbike while they ride in the cart. These are the 3 of the most life-changing things I've learned about girls, and they have the potential to change your life as well. So until next time, thanks for watching.